Hello, my name is Viola and I've had the good luck of being 18 Reasons resident Italian instructor since 2010. At 18 Reasons, I teach about the delicious economy of the Italian kitchen, and one of the ways that I express that is by making sure that people can give new life to their leftovers. One of the leftovers that really gets to me is bread. We throw away a lot of bread. And in fact, the very first class I taught at 18 Reasons was on reusing old bread. In fact, I have a collection of old bread recipe that numbers in the 50s. So this is what's happening here. I have a pot, sauce pot is going. I have a little bit of olive oil in there, probably 2, maybe 3 tablespoons. I'm going to put in some onions. I'll add some carrot, a little bit of celery. I just want to get them a little tender and a little wilted. I'm also going to give it a little bit of flavor with margarine. I have some chopped margarine. Also working on my bread. So I have this bread here, and what I'll do is I will just kind of cut it in squares. All right. Then back to my aromatic vegetables. They smell delicious. I want the smell to come to me. The other things that I have ready here are some cut up zucchini, which are also going in. Canned tomatoes, which I put in a bowl and squash with my hands. All right, so I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes. So while I'm making my bread soup, I'm also going to get ready for a bread salad. So I am going to put this bread, just dunk it, and then squeeze it. Squeeze it until I can squeeze no more. I'm going to break it in a bowl. I'm keeping my eyes in there to make sure the soup isn't burning. A little bit more bread in here. And a little bit more bread in here. This bread is about a week old. And I have a bread box in which I keep it so that it won't mold. When I make bread salad, I like to keep the crust because I like the different textural experience that it gives me. And I am going to focus on the soup again because my vegetables are plenty sweaty by now. I'm going to put in the bread now. I'll just toast it a little bit, and by toasting it, I don't mean that it's going to get any darker. I'm just going to kind of make sure that it gets coated in all the deliciousness of the oil and the veg. All right, ready for the tomatoes now. Before I put it in, this is an empty can of tomato. In the empty can of tomato, I have put some water. I swirl it around so that I can recover all the juice, and I add it to the tomatoes. And I'm going to put it in here. And then, for the sake of not wasting, I'm going to use some of the water in which I dunk the bread for the salad. This is boiling very quickly because the heat was high. So I'm just going to lower the heat. I'm at a medium low. I am partially covering it. The important thing for a bread salad is what you do with your bread. It has to be seasoned perfectly. So we're going to start with a little salt, toss. Then we're going to put in a little pepper, toss again, a little dry oregano, toss again. Next is going to be vinegar. I'm using a red wine vinegar tonight, but whichever vinegar works for you, you can use. So that's probably about a tablespoon of vinegar. So I'm going to toss it again. And then I'm going to take a little spoon and I'm going to a fork and I'm going to see if I'm happy with the vinegar level. I think I'm not because I cannot smell it from up here. So I'm going to put a little more. Maybe another quarter of a tablespoon. I have some flake tuna here. It's a nice tuna that's packed in olive oil. I have some olives here that I prepared. I have some nice hot Calabrian peppers conserved in olive oil. I'm going to take my salad hands and I'm going to start tossing to make sure everything is evenly dispersed. Some lovely red onion. I did a quick pickle, water, vinegar, ice to make them crisp. Let's leave some to decorate the top. And I have some wonderful radicchio here, some radicchio which I have crisped up in a salad spinner. I'm going to shake it and then put it in here. And then I am going to put in olive oil. I am going abundant with the olive oil. That was already probably a couple of tablespoons. All right, so mixing it a little more. I'm going to taste it again with a clean fork to make sure I have what I need. I do, it's actually delicious, sorry. Maybe a little more salt. A little more olive oil, just on top. And then I will finish it with those pretty onions.